Hello everyone, this is P. Balaji and my teammates are Bhushan Prakash and Saram. Now we are going to present our software testing project. Our project title is Hostel Management System.
My contribution in this review 1 is abstract. As the name specifies, hostel management system is a software developed for managing various activities in the hostel. For the past few years, the number of educational institutions are increasing rapidly. Thereby, the number of hostels are also increasing for the accommodation of the students studying in this institution. And hence, there is a lot of strain on the person who are running the hostels, and softwares are not usually used in this context. This particular project deals with the problems of managing a hostel and avoids the problem which occur when carried manually. Identification of the drawbacks of the existing system leads to the designing of computerized system that will be compatible to the existing system with the system which is more user friendly and more GUI oriented. We can improve the efficiency of the system, thus overcome the drawbacks of the existing system. By using this hostel management system, the benefits are less human error, strength and strain of manual labor can be reduced, high security, data redundancy can be avoided to some extent, data consistency, easy to handle, easy data updating, easy record keeping, backup data can be easily generated.
Good evening, sir. Today I am Prakash here to present the review. My contribution to this project is testing school description. We are choosing the JMeter testing tool for our project because it has more advantages than the disadvantages as many other tools has. We have chosen this for because it is an open source software which does not require any subscriptions, and it supports various programming languages such as Java, Python, C, C++, Kotlin, etc. And it also does not require any hardware resources which requires some other softwares which are highly compatible, and it also operates on various operating systems such as Linux, Windows, Mac OS, DOS, etc. And it is an software which is highly complexible and we can work user friendly. Thank you.
Hi, my name is N. Sairam. My contribution in our project regarding review 1 is introduction. Uh, when I am in the university, I noticed that the the manage the hostel is very difficult, and the registration form verification is also took too much time because they done in the manual. So I thought that we create a project or develop a project to reduce these kind of problems. And in my university consists a boys hostel and a girls hostel separately. So our project is mainly to decreasing the stress on the person who can manually correction done. So in that point we keep on keeping in view of these problems, our team developing a project. Our project is going to test it step by step through all phases of testings, that is system testing, black box testing, white box testing, unit testing, integration testing, and a lot of testings.
It is an open source automated testing tool used for to evaluate the web application of different browsers and platforms, and it also accessible for multiple programming languages such Java for the name Java, C Sharp, C++, Python, C, etc. for to generate the Selenium test scripts. It supports on various operating systems and mobile devices. We can also test in parallel by minimizing the windows of the testing window, and it is not just a single tool. It has many organization tools such as Selenium IDE, Selenium RC, WebDriver, Selenium Grid, and from these four, Selenium IDE is most commonly used by the testers for the description, as it is the framework in the Selenium suite and is the easiest one to learn. Due to its simplicity, we can install plugins, others plugins also too easily. Due to its simplicity, the IDE is only be using for prototyping tool. In the same way, WebDriver also proves it's better than the both IDE and RC in many aspects. It implements a more modern and stable approach in automating the web browsers. It controls the browsers by directly communicating with it. Apache JMeter. It is a pure Java open source software which was first developed by the Apache Foundation. It is mainly designed to load test function behavior and measure performance. You can use this tool to analyze and performance and measure the performance of web applications on a variety of services. Nowadays this tool is mainly used for function test, database server test, etc. We can stimulate multiple users with concurrent threads and create a heavy load against web application under test. This tool integrates with the Bean shell and Selenium for automated testing. It allows concurrent and the simultaneous sampling of different functions by a separated group. It has a complex and comprehensive GUI, which helps to create a test plan and configure the elements. In this tool, we can add elements easily, which Selenium takes its complexity. And the distributed testing, stress testing, and web service testing also supports for many features. By creating the test plans, it supports dashboard report generation. Test Complete. It is a functional automated testing platform developed by Smartware Software. This gives our ability to create automated tests for Microsoft Windows Web, Android OS, and iOS applications. And the test can be recorded, scripted, or manually created by the driven operations and can be used for the automated playback or error logging. This tool has namely three modules: desktop, web, and mobile. Each module contains functionality which can create automated tests on that specific platform. It automates functional testing and backend testing. This tool includes issue tracking templates that can be used to create modify items. This tool engine is based on the Open API COM interface. It is source language independent and can read debugger information by the test complete info agent. JMeter tool because it provides a support on various extensions and can create customized test results as we require. We can also export the test cases in various formats. It can design a test case using a more expressive language than Java. We can deploy our tests across multiple environments using JMeter. How JMeter works, let us see. JMeter it simulates a group of users sending requests to a target server and returns statistics that shows the performance or functionality of the target server. JMeter is a framework for Java, so we have to first the requirement is to download JDK installed in your machine. We have to download the JDK version of 1.6 or above. Okay, let us see about some features. Being it is an open source software, it's freely available. It has a simple and intuitive GUI. It can conduct a load and performance test for many different server types, like as a web, HTTP, HTTPS, SOAP, database via JDBC, LDAP, etc. It is a platform independent tool. On Linux, JMeter can be invoked by clicking on JMeter style script. It is highly extensible software. It can also be used to perform automated and functional testing of the applications. Now let us see some installation, how to install the JMeter. Install the latest 64 JRE or JDK. Is the most important. JMeter is a pure Java, as it is a pure Java application. We need to have a must. And then go to the Apache JMeter and find the binary to download it to your computer. Once downloaded, move this file to a preferred location, extract it, and go to the folder and then bin dictionary. And then we can follow the further installation guidance as it is appeared.
This is Balaji, and my contribution in review 2 is all the paperwork and theory part to do. First, I draw state diagram. This is the diagram. Exactly our project will work like this. Secondly, the state table. In the keeping view of a state diagram, I draw the state table. From that state table, I derived these many test cases. Next, I will draw decision table. These are the commands, these are the reviews, finally, these are the actions. From the test decision table, I derived these test cases. Finally, DD graph. I draw this DD graph keeping in the view of our project. Next, cyclometric complexity is derived from DD graph. Here, number 73 is number of nodes and 57 is number of branches. By subtracting 73 by 57, we will get 16. Next, 15 is the number of nodes that are equal or more than two outputs. So, by summing 15 plus 1, we will get 16. Next, 16, 15 areas we got which are closed, and plus one area is universal area. So finally we got 16 areas. This is P. Balaji Tarun, and my contribution in review 3 is programming Java code for our project. This is our Java code, and here I used Java files, Java tree map, and Java scanner. This is my code. Thank you.
We have the 5 test cases for the hostel management system. Let us see the test case number 1, which is the test case name create new. First, the test case in the it has a sub 5 parts. The test to pass is the blank input. The input data is a nil type, and the expected result is the message should be displayed that they enter all the values. The actual result is message is displayed. The status has been passed. And the second thing is the adding a record. We have to enter the input data like name, your department, registration ID, address, etc. And the expected result is records must be added without any errors, and the actual result is record is added. The test case has been passed. And next, the test case is the registration ID. The input data is nil type, and the expected result is ID must be generated automatically. The actual result is ID is generated, and then pass the test case. The description is next is clear values. The input data is nil type. The expected result is first field must be will be getting blank, and the actual result is field blank. Status has been passed. Check database entry. The input data is nil type. New member to be added to the database, and the actual result is working. Status passed. It is a block management. The test case name is a block. The first test case for this is creating a block. The input data is clicked on the create button. The expected result was the new block, and the actual result was a block. The status has been passed. The second test is displaying total allocated student in the room, and the input data was the select room number. The expected result was the student record displayed. Actually, that was details displayed. Then test case was passed. This is the test case ID 2, which is a display. The first test case of this test case is blank registration. The input data is nil type. The expected result is message should be displayed. The actual result is please select the values. The test case has been passed. Now next thing is the student registration ID. We have to give the input as the student registration ID. The expected result is was student details must be shown. The actual result was should display details displayed, and the status of this test case is passed. And then we have to clear all values. The input data was nil type. The expected result was field must be goes blank, and actual result was fields gone blank. And the status of the test case has been passed. For the editing student records, the test case name was the editing. First test case for this is the blank registration. The input data was the nil state. The expected result was message should be displayed that please select the values, and the actual result was message should be displayed, and test case was passed. The second test case was the select registration ID. The input data was selecting the registration ID. The expected result was student details should be displayed with respect to the student registration ID. The actual result is still displayed. The test case passed. The third test case is the clear values. The input data is nil, and the expected result fields must be goes blank. Actual result was fields goes blank, and the test case has been passed. And the fourth test case for this updating records. The input data was entered the new value in any fields, and the expected result was the record must be updated. Actual result the records has been updated successfully. The test case passed. And the fifth test case for this deleting the records. And the input data was select registration ID to delete a record. The expected result was a record must be deleted. Actual result was the records deleted successfully, and the test case passed. And the fifth test case ID is the visitor management records, and the test case for the name is visitor. First test case for this blank fields and click on a search. Input data is a nil type. The expected result was message should be displayed that the please select the values. Actual result message is displayed. Status of this test case is passed. Second test case for this automatic generation of visitor ID. The input data is nil type. The expected result was visitor ID must be generated. The actual result was it has been generated and the test case has been passed. And the third test case for this clear values. The input data is a nil type and all fields must be goes blank and the actual result was fields gone blank and the test case has been passed. Fourth test case is the searching records. Input data was enter value state student name and the expected result was record found and displayed in the data grid controls. Actual result was a record displayed and the test case has been passed. And the fifth test case for this is storing records. Input data was enter all the values and the expected result was a record must be saved and the actual was record saved. The test case has been passed.
My contribution in review 3 is to run the main code of our system, and this is the main code what we get. This is the implementation of the main code. These are the snapshots of that implementation, the test plan and its test actions along with the threads groups, and this is a thread group setting, and increase the view results in the tables. Test case is adding, recording test cases status is successfully done, and the views results of entry test cases adding, recording test cases status pass, and graphs also is uh, tested successfully. Test cases adding records and test cases status is pass. These are this is my contribution in review 3.